Have you ever wondered how different apps and websites talk to each other? Or how a weather app knows the forecast? Or how you can log into one service using your Google account? The answer is APIs. If you've ever felt like APIs are a complex, technical mystery, you're in the right place. We're going to break down what an API is in a super simple, fun way, using an analogy that everyone can understand. API stands for Application Programming Interface. In simple terms, it's a set of rules and protocols that allows different software applications to communicate with each other. Think about it. The internet is vast, with countless applications and services. Without a standard way for them to interact, everything would be a chaotic mess, like trying to talk to someone who doesn't speak your language. APIs provide that common language and structure. To make this really clear, let's use a fun analogy. Imagine you're at a restaurant. In this scenario, the API is like the waiter. You, the customer, are the application that wants something, in this case, food. You don't go into the kitchen yourself, right? The menu is like the documentation for the API. It lists all the dishes, services, or data that the kitchen, the server, can provide, and how to order them, the specific requests you can make. The kitchen is where all the magic happens. It's the server or database that has all the ingredients and knows how to prepare the food, process the data, and fulfill the request. And finally, the waiter. The waiter is the intermediary. They take your order, communicate it to the kitchen, and then bring the prepared food back to you. The waiter doesn't expose the messy details of the kitchen. They just handle the request and deliver the result. Let's trace the steps of how the API, the waiter, facilitates this interaction. You tell the waiter what you want from the menu. In API terms, your application makes a request to the API, specifying what data or service it needs. The waiter takes your order, the request, to the kitchen, the server/database. The kitchen then prepares the food, processes the data based on your request. Once the food is ready, the waiter brings it back to you. In API terms, the API delivers the response, the data or service you requested, back to your application. Now that we understand the analogy, let's look at some real-world examples of APIs that you probably use every day without even realizing it. When you open a weather app on your phone, it doesn't have its own weather station. Instead, it uses a weather API to request real-time weather data from a weather service, which then sends the data back to your app. When you shop online, the website might use an API to connect with a payment gateway, like PayPal or Stripe, to securely process your payment, or an API to calculate shipping costs from a delivery service. Ever seen a share to Twitter or share to Facebook button on a website? Those buttons use APIs to allow that website to communicate with the social media platform and share your content without you having to leave the page. So the next time you hear API, don't panic. Just think of that friendly waiter making sure you get exactly what you need without having to go behind the scenes yourself. APIs are the unsung heroes of the internet, allowing applications to communicate, share data, and work together seamlessly. They abstract away complexity, making it easier for developers to build powerful applications by leveraging existing services. They are fundamental to modern technology, enabling the interconnected and dynamic digital experiences we rely on every day. So next time you use an app or website, remember the API, the waiter of the internet, working hard behind the scenes.